As you can tell by that intro, what game we're probably doing. That in the title of the video. Nintendo 64, licensed by Nintendo, Atlas. Yep. Quest. And Ogre Battle 64. First, let's play. Go to a new game. And I'll try and be doing voice acting. This is a test run, so I don't know how loud I'll be. It's like almost 1 in the morning in the apartment. I won't do voice acting for flashbacks like this, though. I don't even know if we can call it voice acting. I won't be reading aloud. Later in the game, you'll get colored flashbacks. They'll actually show you what's going on, and those ones I'll read to you if you want. By that time, you can tell guys tell me to shut up and not read it, or to read it for you. Don't know why I'm saying that. This is just a test video, but if it's good, then I'll upload it. If not, then I won't. Hey, you never do find out where Magnus's mother is. I think they say she dies. I'm not sure. Yeah, his father's a douche. Well, not really. Once you think about it. I don't know. You gotta play the game. Or watch me play it. In fact, you're probably gonna watch me play it if you're looking at this video. Yep. This is probably my least favorite cutscene because I've started the game so many times. It's just so boring. It's like, yep, kid saying goodbye to his friend. I usually skip it, but in Let's Plays, I believe you're frowned upon. Like, my belief is that you should be frowned upon if you skip cutscenes. Like, yes, you're doing a commentary, but you should at least leave some sort of environment, no, that's not the word, atmosphere to the game. And what was it? Yes, in later games, like when I will be doing like Xbox 360, Xbox walkthroughs, I will not be talking through any sort of voiced part where people are chatting. 6 years later, Winia, capital of Platinus. Ichka Military Academy, graduation ceremony. Alright. Our next graduate. My voice acting is horrible. I'll sound the same for everyone, even though I'll try to be different. He who has learned the ways of the sword and God's teachings, in accordance with the traditions kept since the days of the progenitor, I shalt now complete thy training with an oath to our mother birth. What is thy name? I like sticking with the classic Magnus. Yes, Magnus is acceptable. What is thy date of birth? I like using my birthday, which is November 29th, Fogo 18. Graphical error every damn time. Magnus Gallant, I ask thee, what dost thou hold within thy sword? I hold belief. Believe it. Yeah, that's bad. I hold belief within my sword. What shalt thou sever with thy sword? Greed, because no one likes greedy people. With my sword I will sever greed. For what shalt thou beseech the gods? I want them to trust me, or people to trust me. I will beseech the gods for trust. What shalt thou offer the gods? I don't know how you offer the gods freedom, but I'm offering it to them anyways. I will offer the gods freedom. What dost thou wish for? Reform. I want to reform this country. I wish for reform on this land. I think there's a different voice, my bad. What shalt thou rid from this land? It's funny, I want to reform the country, but I'm getting rid of changes. I will rid this land of changes. You'll understand what I'm doing this in a second. Lastly, for whose help dost thou call upon? You should go with, I believe it's Serene Water or Swift Wind, because Raging Flame and Scald Earth are the first two that you can get via side quests or training at the right time. So yeah, I know Raging Flame is the first you can get, and I think Scald Earth is after. I don't know if the order changes if you take those two first, but personally I like Swift Wind. I don't actually go for the other two. I call upon the Swift Wind for help. Upon thy departure I bestow these gifts, and this is why I went through all those weird choices. Right there, the Blessed Sword. It's an amazing sword that you won't get for a long time in the game, and it's really powerful, especially if you give it to Magnus or even Dio. You'll see Dio in a bit. It's a really top tier sword that I think for some characters I even use till the end of the game. And then you get the Balder armor, which is pretty good armor, better than you should have at this level. And then the Witch's Dress and Spellbook in the Jitengasa shows that I have Fencers, Knights, and I believe, not Witches, but the Sorceress I'm hoping for. And you saw the Plate armor. That should mean that I have a Phalanx with a golem. But yeah, these starting questions, they just determine what units you start out with. That's Loose Atlas USA, developed by Quest Nintendo, Ogre Battle Sega, Episode 6. Person of Lordly Caliber. Yay! Grappler. I don't know, it's just my emulator sometimes is that. I don't know if there is one out there that doesn't have the graphical error sometimes. If there is, I don't have it. I've been through a couple emulators right now. I'm using Project 64. Nah, I probably shouldn't do that. It's probably going to cause mic interference. But that's what the emulator I'm using. I'm using I believe coolroms.com for the ROM, and for the record, I do own this game and the system. So yeah, please support the visual release and game and stuff. Yep. That's your starting unit right there. 2 archers, 2 footmen, knights, I don't remember what they're called. And then Magnus. Prologue. Now this is going to be coming up is going to be one of the most important choices in the game, depending on what type of ending you want. I'm going to go for the lawful good ending, as opposed to either the neutral good or the evil ending. Well, not evil, bad, but pretty much evil. I believe it's canon that you go for the lawful good ending. Welcome to the Platinum Army Southern Division. I'm sure you all know that Alba is the most rugged region in Platinus. It looks like some of you from the graduates from the military academy in the central region. I have absolutely no idea why you people chose to come here, of all places. Did you think you could slack off? If that's the case, then I suggest you think again. Don't expect any special treatment. All that counts is your ability. Remember that. That's all I have to say at this point. Now I want you to go on a training exercise. Ariosh, you take care of the rest. Remember that name, Ariosh. Just remember it. Jot it down in the part of your brain. Before we start the exercise, we must get organized. Moniel, Magnus, Diomedes, Vinicius, Leia, Alex. You were selected as command candidates. Wait in the hall. You will interview with your advisor in a little while. Follow your advisor's instructions and work hard to become competent soldiers. That is all. No questions asked. Understood. No questions asked, but he asked if we understand. Then get moving. I don't know, maybe I should give them like a drill sergeant voice. Now I'm pretty sure that's it for the first video. Let's start probably later.